tankish damage build because you have the Leshrac and the Drow Ranger. I think these are like the position 1 and 2 heroes in this draft. You're gonna want this Leshrac to be extremely farmed in this game, so you have a way to just deal with the Phantom Lancer in the mid and late game.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be the moneymaker, that's for sure. I think that Smarts is going to be looking for the kills. He's going to be playing very tempo, laying down lanes. Meanwhile, the Lesh is going to be the one farming up pretty hard.
So they are going to go with the aggro trial lane here. They got the ET Venge and Draw bottom. So
that sounds like it'll hurt.
Exactly.
Like a lot.
This is very similar to the Secret trial lane that they ran. But Secret had a Clockwork instead of an Elder Titan. And I think Elder Titan is just much stronger than Clockwork is. If they do end up fighting 3 versus 3.
My thanks will come later, when you least expect it.
Meanwhile, on the top lane then, that's going to leave the... who is it going to be? It's going to be the Leshrac alone versus the Bloodseeker. Well, I mean, it's going to be Bloods versus Bloodseeker and Rubik on Lil here, so... Yeah, I kind of feel like he's probably going to struggle, but at the same time... It's a pretty good hero to have. Gets a deny on the bounty rune. Very nicely done from Mind Control there to rob Lil of his bounty by slinking him around the back. Very nice there on the Lesh. So yeah, as I was saying, the Leshrac's going to be laning up into those. It's very aggressive from GH, chasing PL all the way back under his tier 2 tower as well, behind enemy lines. But yeah, just really wanted to punish him for making this rotation. But talking of rotation, VirtusPro are going to be bringing the Bloodseeker down to the bottom lane and the PL up to the top lane. So they are not wanting this matchup as it stands.
Yeah, I think they're okay with this too on the side of Nigma because they get this huge advantage on the first wave with their cores. So they're going to be okay with that. And Elder Titan is just going to make his way top now. So it's going to be Phantom Lancer, Phoenix, like Titan Leshrac in the safe lane. This is quite concerning for VirturPro.Prodigy.
Yeah, and the bottom lane, they actually managed to get the creeps to go under the tower. I think GH came and blocked the creeps, which means they came under the tower, which means that Bloodseeker gets nothing from the first wave. It all got denied before we even got there, which is huge. So yeah, this is a great start for Nigma. Already going to be feeling happy as they get a great start now, and the lightning will finish the job. Mind Control draws first blood up in the top lane for Nigma.
Huge. They're also a great starter already on Nigma.
Flying it.
Very favorable lanes as well for them.
Yeah, VirtusPro.Prodigy still need to wake up a little bit here. They need to rub the sleep out of their eyes and get themselves into the game. Still, early times, only a minute in yet. Still plenty of Dota to be played. And this middle lane already off to a flying start for the Magnus as well. We not really having a great time against this Empower.
Yeah, and that's just going to be the case here in the mid lane. It's just going to be a farm fest unless Weehao makes some kind of a mistake.
Well, big players, he actually gets the GPK tower. Doesn't quite connect to the tower though, unfortunately, so he doesn't get the stun off. GPK is going to be alright, but he's not stopping here. God's Rebuke comes out, and GPK has happened to pop a salve here just from the onslaught from Wii on his Mars.
Okay, that was a really nice body block there too. GPK had to just walk all the way around, and that's going to give Weehao a little bit of an advantage on the mid lane, forcing GPK to use his healing salve already. Small misstep from GPK there.
Yeah, but
they are out of resources in the top lane. They got like, I think, 1 mango left. They're clearing up, but surely that's going to get cancelled quite soon. It's a very resource-intensive lane for Nigma.
Yeah, it is. They're having to burn through it. But GH, you know, he's on the other Titan, so going to make as many pulls as possible. Just try and make some stacks for himself as well, I would imagine. Meanwhile, Iron Men is going to go down in the bottom lane, and that's going to be a nice little kill onto the Venge there by the Bloodseeker. So Nigma with the missteps, getting caught out. And this is power. We saw this yesterday as well. This Rubik plus Bloodseeker lane, it's a menace.
Oh yeah, it is so incredibly strong. You're going to get blood right pretty much guaranteed as long as you use a telekinesis.
Athletic Kid kind of going blow for blow right now. Mind Control throwing a couple of right clicks their way, but not really committing to much here, as it will just be a salve for a salve.
So 4 minutes, we're going to see the power runes come up. I think it's going to be very important. If there's like a double damage or even a regen, one of these guys are gonna feel very, very sad. And GPK he's actually not opting for a bottle this game, which is quite interesting. We've been seeing a lot more Magnuses actually go for the bottle so they can utilize those runes and make plays on the side lanes. If they get anything good. Oh, we got him.
You're right. Save is getting surrounded, but has the first dive, and GH didn't really have anything to offer to that one, so, well, there you go. Bottom lane men taking a big bot as well. There's just kind of turning them out. Yeah, I think they're going to start to struggle a little bit in this bot. How are these net worths looking? Well, it's all pretty tight. Bloodseeker at the top after that kill of his, and meanwhile PL down at the bottom. But I mean, there's about 4 heroes all within 100 gold of each other, so it's very, very close. In the approximate gold right now. The only one pulling ahead is this Bloodseeker a little bit. We'll see what he can do. I mean, is it a game where Bloodseeker can really start to control the tempo? Oh, hold on, down to the bottom lane. Lil finding up into Miracle here. Miracle getting the advantage. The lift up's going to cancel out the multi-shot, but I think Miracle has more than enough damage to bring down this Rubik. Will do exactly that. Bloodright comes through. Might be trouble for RMN. DM wants it, but at the same time, he knows that these slows are going to be quite dangerous. He doesn't want him to overextend, put himself in a bad situation, so he's going to chill out for the time being. This also means they're going to be able to go for bounty runes, but what they're doing, that's the end. Going on to Miracle here. RMN's coming back in to help out Miracle. Looks like it will just be not much happening in this bottom lane in the end as DM just chills out a little bit, accepts the loss of his bounties and gets on with life. And his teammate.
Yeah, Leo's gonna make his way back into his bot lane, so Miracle has to be very careful here, because one lift he will die if he doesn't and there it is, there's the ward drop. They're going in. Oh, there's no boots on the Rubik.
Range! Oh no, Lily didn't have enough. His legs weren't quite fast enough. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Mind Control could be in some trouble as Epileptic Kid and Save get on top of him, start chasing him down here. Leshrac though, he's on the run. Is it gonna get out? I think he is. I mean, he's surprisingly tanky for a Leshrac, and they don't have the damage to get through him, so they're just gonna keep on piling in the harass with a couple of Fire Spirits as well. Mind Control though, he's kind of looking for something here as he runs himself forward. He has to be careful though, because these Fire Spirits don't mess around. GH does land the stomp, but unfortunately the Leshrac had backed himself out. No health to continue going and look for the split earth follow up there.
Yeah, I didn't want to be giving away any thirst stacks either to the Bloodseeker. Just gonna go back to base, just gonna get a lot of XP top now. There's a catapult alive on the mid lane. We're gonna see a rotation coming here from RMN. Let's see if they can actually accomplish this. Oh, they really want to protect this catapult middle. We just got the ultimate and a haste rune available. Gonna get a lot of benefit.
I think BPP needs to get some heroes here stat. I mean, they're bringing one hero down. That's going to be the Phoenix coming in from the side. It's just going to be RMN and we, and yeah, they've actually given up on the catapult quite quickly here. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, a lift up onto Miracle is going to put him in some trouble, but with RMN's TP over, he's going to be quite safe. And actually, the turnaround play is coming out. Multi-shot does a lot of damage, but RMN has to be pretty careful here. And there's another blood right, but they're both able to sidestep it, so no damage.
Weeha with the haste.
Oh, when he comes with the arena and gets a kill onto DM. The Bloodseeker goes down, and that's a nice rotation in from Weeha as he does find that active rune and makes something happen with it. That's going to feel pretty good for him.
And this is why it's so important to be controlling up these power runes, especially the 4 and the 6 minute rune. You just get so much tempo for the mid laner. That haste rune just netted them such a big kill on this Bloodseeker. A little bit of breathing room for Miracle too now. There's so much kill potential from VirturPro.Prodigy, but with that death, they're gonna feel quite deflated to try and do something again on the bottom lane.
Like an empty balloon. Quite. It's getting difficult. The Venge and the Drow are just, you know, using their positioning really well to keep themselves safe, and if you overextend on this lane, then the Drow is going to kill you. Frost Arrow is very hard to get away from. The multi-shot as well. Very, very annoying for the side of VirturPro.Prodigy to play around, so that's going to be a big threat on the board for the side of Nigma. And this Bloodseeker probably feels a little bit frustrated because he did do better in the lane, like he pulled ahead quite a bit, but actually putting the pressure onto Drow was not really possible. She's still doing absolutely fine as well, really. I mean, she's quite far behind where she should be on the net worth chart, you know, only 2.5k compared to Bloodseeker's 2.8, so they're not going to feel completely sad about it, but they would have really liked to start dominating this lane with the lead they had.
Right. It's kind of like the
this PL is going to feel pretty good, at least in the jungle. It is the big Leshrac threat that we got.
Run into an Edict plus a Pulse Nova. I'm not sure he's going to be able to tank up against this Leshrac, especially if the Leshrac is as farmed as he is at the moment, and he keeps on going at this pace.
Yeah, you got to respect it. This mind control Lesh, who's going to be doing quite well through these lanes. Bloodseeker going straight in for the Veil, by the way. Nobody surprised about that.
Nope, probably we're going to see that Veil plus Hood build. I think that's the most common Bloodseeker build that we have seen up until now. Makes him very tanky.
Yep,
and
do more magic damage,
a lot of damage.
take less magic damage. So smart.
Or spell damage, right? Bloodright is pure, and
yeah,
the Veil amplifies your spell damage, which is so nice. We're probably going to see Miracle actually going to the jungle soon and farm up these ancient camps. I think that's one of the strengths of having this Ranger in the off lane, because he got that access to the triangle much earlier in the game without actually having to make any rotations.
Yeah, and it's interesting she's actually got the Midas queued up right now for Miracle, so...
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, it's quite interesting, because this game is going to be very, very slow. You're playing against a Magnus and a PL, and you got like a Tricore on your lineup as well. You're going to give a lot of farm away to your Leshrac. Oh, look at the Leshrac. That's a pretty big stack. Who made all those stacks?
Well, they've got Elder Titan. It's probably him.
Wow, that's gotta feel good, man. A 4x stack? 8 minutes in.
Hell yeah. There's a nice little medium stack to go along with it as well. A bit of dessert for mind control in the jungle. Feels like, oh, a Faded Brooch and an Arcane Ring. Which one do you choose? Meanwhile, down the bottom lane, Weehar's making a rotation in, looking for a target. Drops down the arena, just about catches Lil inside of it, and that is going to be an easy assassination from Wee. Nicely done, and this is going to make this tower up for grabs. Meanwhile, the aggression being mirrored by Epileptic Kid by himself up here on the top lane as him and his fellow Phantom Lancers get to work on that building with the double damage on the Mars and with the Drow and the Vengeful. This tower is not lasting any time as well. What a powerful pushing combination. They will take it down in seconds.
This is, again, back to the point we made previously, the power runes, right? Weeha gets a DD, he instantly rotates bottom, and the opponent just don't feel like they can do anything against this hero. As long as he's got that arena up and has that power rune available. Oh, save too. Close.
Yeah, swooped away just in time, and there's the voice chat lines coming out afterwards as well. Just a bit of flexing, bit of casual flexing. Top lane, meanwhile, Epileptic Kid still just getting to work on this tower, and he's got some support coming in for him as well. VPP just making sure that this tier 1 tower will fall up in the top lane.
So they do get some kind of a trade, at least, but it just doesn't feel like VirturPro.Prodigy have any kill potential on the map, which is quite concerning. That means they can only take objectives and farm, essentially, for the time being. Where Nigma have all those options, plus get the Mars somewhere if he casts his spells. I think he's pretty much guaranteeing a kill on anybody on VirturPro.Prodigy's side.
Oh yeah. He's a threat. We're level advantage on Mars, and this guy can do a lot of work. That's what we loved about it. And he's going into
the catapult too now.
Yeah, and they go towards the middle lane. Now this must be defended. Lil, he's going to throw in the Fate Bolt. On over as well, making sure.
Oh no,
he's going into the tree.
They've already glyphed. This Diabolic Edict is surely going to just take this tower here.
Yeah, feels like it. And the notice of positioning here as well, just to make sure that the Edict only goes on the tower and not any of the creeps as well. And also keeps yourself out of vision, because using Edict doesn't give your position away to the enemy.
Very
up, actually. But yeah, this is a big tower. I mean, they really didn't do enough to defend this tower, I feel, on VirturPro.Prodigy. Like, do you think they could afford that?
No, there's no way. I think if the Bloodseeker wasn't there at the start and rupturing instantly as soon as he saw the Mars, there's just no way that they were going to be able to take that engagement. And that's the weakness of playing this mag team.
Epileptic Kid, he was... Oh, that was such a bait from Arena. Meanwhile, the Arena comes down. Oh, Athletic Kid, he's up on the cliff. Somehow not inside that arena. Arena's going for the TP way off. He cancelled it out, and they'll get the kill onto Weehar instead. Athletic Kid goes to the... I have no idea how he wasn't inside the arena on that cliff, but
Yeah,
somehow,
that was weird.
yeah, somehow he was just in like a little speck of land where he wasn't in the arena,
3D.
but was on the cliff. Pretty amazing. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like they're gonna make a play onto the Bloodseeker top. Iron Man does have 2 swaps available. I can't imagine DM actually being able to get out of this with a TP or anything.
That's right. Stomp. There it is. There's the damage coming out from Malesh, and that's going to be level 10 for him as well, as Mind Control claims himself another. GH just get the kill. There's a smoke coming out from the side of VirturPro.Prodigy. They want to get Miracle here. They need a little bit more than this, though. Just the 2 supports wrapping around onto Miracle. He's stealing the multi-shot. I feel like this is going to be somewhat underwhelming. Oh, look at the damage out from the Rubik. Miracle, what does he do here? Well, he just runs. Easy peasy. I said it was going to be.
Oh, he got.
Oh no, now Iron Man did with the stun, the silence as well, saved. Embarrassing play there as he pops everyone over, gets absolutely nothing for it, and then swiftly murdered for his efforts immediately afterwards. Nigma with the swift response. I don't know what that play was from VirturPro.Prodigy, man. That was,
You know what's funny? You hype that up so much, and then Miracle just like casually walked up from all of it. Oh man, that's gotta feel really bad. And this goes back to the other point you made. Like, they just don't have any kill potential on the side of VirturPro.Prodigy. Which of these duos combined together can actually make plays happen on the map? Maybe the Bloodseeker and the Rubik, but this Bloodseeker, he feels very under-leveled. He's only level 7. It's 13 minutes in the game.
Is under attack.
yeah, he's a little bit low, isn't he? He needs to get some levels out from somewhere.
They're gonna invade the triangle area on the side of Nigma. And it's just Mars and GH here. Or we had GH.
Oh, look at the multi-shot damage from Will again here. Meanwhile, Phantom Lancer, he's okay. He's got the doppel to get himself away, also managing to dodge out the Split Earth as well. So GH going to be left without the goods, without the PL kill on that one. Arena goes a little bit to waste somewhat.
Wow, there's another stack again in the camp for Mind Control here. So it's a pretty cool play. They made the arena, and then Mind Control thought that Iron Man was going to swap the PL, and he was stunning on top of where the bench was, but Iron Man went for the stun instead. So if he actually did the swap into a stun from Mind Control, that would have been some next level plays right there. And they probably would have got the PL too. So maybe a little bit of a lost opportunity. Not on the same page.
Yeah, a little bit, and PL does now have this diffusal blade completed. I mean, I kind of feel like VirturPro.Prodigy could win a fight right now. They've got Magnus with the Echo Saber. Oh, I guess they want the blink on Magnus. Maybe you need to wait for that. That's kind of your team fight potential there.
It's quite concerning.
It's awkward.
Yeah, it's quite concerning that they're actually getting out-farmed by this Jaw Ranger, and you can see the minus actually coming into effect.
Oh, and look at this. Iron Man's going to come on with the Ray with Terror, and then the multi-shot onto the Ancient Camp as well. These big Ancient stacks going to start falling down right now for Miracle. So, more cash in the bank.
Straight. Vladimir's on the bench for Spirit as well. They're going to have so many auras available on the side of Nigma.
Yeah, they're going to have a huge amount. Meanwhile, it looks like this is his blink coming out to him, I would hope. Something carrying on the courier, and it is indeed a blink dagger, so that's a big timing for Nigma. Meanwhile, Magnus, he's getting there as well. A little bit quicker, of course, because...
Look at the Miracle's next item he bought here. This is supposed to be the greediest Jaw Ranger build I have seen.
Miracle's second item,
travel.
Boots of Travels. Wow, I haven't seen that before. That's hella greedy, but I mean, you know, I guess it works, you know, map potential, pushing potential, and later on in the game when she hits level 25, the 30% cooldown reduction, really nice with the BOTs, just gives you permanent map presence pretty much, so I can see it, but pretty crazy nonetheless.
I do expect VirturPro.Prodigy to make some kind of plays happen right now though, because they did go for that diffusal blade first, and generally when you do this build you are looking to fight right away and try to build some kind of momentum through this item. So here we have a smoke. I think this is gonna be the first play. Yeah, she's gonna be
Okay,
VirturPro's
with the
first
blink
play.
dagger reveal, he's got a haste as well, so it's gonna be quite easy for him to find initiation here. But Iron Man's gonna pop the smoke early. They know what's going on here. Athletic Kid feels a little bit scared, and they're actually backing away here. VirturPro.Prodigy, they're not forcing the issue at all. Athletic Kid still sticking on the front lines. Iron Man actually goes to a swap into the silence. Sweetheart jumps on forwards here. Up he comes down, only lands onto the lash. Can they bring him down? Nice skew across. Unfortunately, he gets knocked out by the arena, and now he's slapped up, being beaten down. Mind Control still alive throughout all of this. They're going to get GPK. Surely the Leshrac should die. Facepalm will finish the job. GPK will lose his life. Mind Control goes down as well. Meanwhile, we looking for something here, but the skewer flies a miss, and well, that's gonna be it, really. A disappointing fight from VirturPro. They lose both their Phantom Lancer and their Magnus. Not going to plan whatsoever.
Yeah, their teamfight capabilities is just not as strong as Nigma's is at this point. You gotta consider fighting into the Earth Splitter. You get, there's also the saves with the swaps, and the Mars arena is just way too much, especially when you fight in that little river area. You don't have a whole lot of space to maneuver around if you're VirturPro.Prodigy. They're gonna try to do the rush. I'm not so sure this is actually a good idea, because 9 is gonna be up soon. Fighting into the
Correct. Iron Man as well in some trouble. That's going to be 2 dead, 1 on each side. Meanwhile, Nigma goes to the sleep. Nice knee of the Phoenix mid-dive. Miracle to Caesar sitting duck and takes it down. Meanwhile, Bloodseeker still in a bit of trouble. Athletic wants to back himself out as well. Silence comes on down, holding back Nigma. Mind Control still going for it, but that's not going to happen.
Back alive. He really still wants to fight, because there's no way that he's gonna be able to out-farm or farm his way back into this game. I think Nigma's heroes are eventually gonna outscale him, especially with this super farmed Leshrac at this point in the game.
Yeah, this Lesh is it's the threat in this game. Drow's doing a lot, Miracle's doing a lot, but he's mostly farming. He's mostly absorbing creeps. It's the Leshrac who's gonna be doing the heavy lifting in the team fights. And
it kind of makes sense why
we haven't really talked about their game plan much.
I mean, they have to fight. They actually just can't farm their way back into this game. It just doesn't. I don't think it's gonna happen. And Nigma are just gonna keep on finding picks if VirturPro.Prodigy actually split up on the map. I think Nigma have the best like 2-3 hero smoke combos from both teams.
Nigma going in with this one. 3 men inside the arena. 2 coming to follow up as well. From the side, stolen arena comes down though. It's actually weak. Ends up losing his life. Alright, then he's in some trouble as well. Surrounded by Athletic. And meanwhile, the RP on the backline. GPK tries to drag away, but no. Interrupted by the Yules from Mind Control. Beautiful time. In comes Save, trumpet on overhead. Yeah, Sunray's going to come out. Meanwhile, Silence, well, that's not going to do a whole lot here as Miracle turns around with a multi-shot just to hold back the side of VirturPro.Prodigy. They do get the win in this little fight, and finally they can look to taking down this tier 1 in the middle lane, but at 19 minutes, it is still a very slow tower. But still, get it, they should. They're really backing out here. I feel like they need this tower, but it's actually the Bloodseeker's in some trouble right now. Mind Control on the front line doesn't really have much mana left, but it doesn't matter. They get a kill for DM all saying Lil dies as well. And that's going to be, well, no tower for you, VirturPro.Prodigy. This tower is going to survive into the 20th minute of the game, which is just ridiculous.
That was a really good engagement from VirturPro.Prodigy. I think Weehaw was a little too eager there, or trigger happy. He just blinked blindly into 4 heroes, died, and I thought VirturPro.Prodigy were going to be able to run them down. Almost got a really good score on Miracle, but that Yules came in so clutch, actually not making Miracle out of position.
Yeah.
And then they were able to just reset, come back in with their resources and be able to fight off VirturPro.Prodigy.
GPK though with the skewer back. GH, this is a freebie. This is a freebie.
Oh yeah.
Someone wasn't watching the respawn timers, I think.
Oh, he actually managed to TP out there. He was getting gone on by the Phantom Lancer. I think this is gonna be it. The tier 1 tower. Finally, 20 minutes. Finally, they're gonna be able to get it.
I'll take that.
Yay! Congratulations, round of applause for VirturPro.Prodigy as they do finally bring it down, and now they can start doing some proper smokes, finding some proper aggression. Hopefully, although they probably want to wait for their ultimates first, but only 20 seconds left on the RP, so I really want to see VirturPro.Prodigy now turning it up a bit and trying to put the smackdown onto Nigma.
Yeah, they would like to. Phantom Lancer is getting quite close to that Manta. Not the amount of network that he was hoping for in this game, but can you do? You just got way too pressured by the other heroes on the side of Nigma in this game. And they're going to be smoking up on Nigma instead. They know that VirturPro.Prodigy just spent a lot to take this mid tower.
DM's going to be the target. Oh, Arena just catched him out again here, but this is the death of DM. Nice little pick up there from Wee. He's really landing these arenas like just on the edge every time, but you know what? If it hits, it hits. And now, yeah, one thing is on their minds, and it is the big scaly boy. I'll lead their way into this Roche pit, and VirturPro.Prodigy kind of need to do something about this. Let's see what the plan is. They do have buyback on the Bloodseeker, but it's going to go down so quickly with the Venge here. Yeah, they're going
big
for
RP.
GBK has the blink. It could be. There's two heroes which they could really use inside the pit right now. PL Illusion just going to give things away. Oh, what? That's the split. Oh, he catches save, but it doesn't matter. The RP comes through. Look at the Oh my goodness, it's too much damage. There's more Baron than a Reese straight off the bat, and Miracle's going to go the same way as well. It didn't matter that the Phoenix got caught out there by the split up, which was just downright unfortunate. They still get off the RP. GPK gets a huge RP, and with the Supernova coming down as well, Epileptic Kid's able to clean up everybody, and now he gets Roshan as well. Aegis in his pocket. VirturPro.Prodigy, what a fight from them.
Dude, that was absolutely insane. They saw that Phoenix. They were like, oh, we're gonna get this guy. He's gonna die right here because he got stunned. He messed up, and here comes the big RP on 3 heroes. And then the Blood Right on top of that. Oh, I think this was a big game changer right here. The Phantom Lancer got his Manta, got an Aegis now. And Nigma, this is what they were playing for this entire game. They wanted that 20-minute smoke into a Roshan play, and it's completely ruined them. They're not gonna have any big objectives to play around anymore. They're gonna have to wait for VirturPro.Prodigy to make some kind of a mistake and Nigma to be ready to punish that, because without the Aegis, I don't think Miracle feels very confident to be able to push these tier 2 towers.
No, not at all. It's going to be Nigma on the back foot for a long time now, and well, it's kind of the onus is on VirturPro.Prodigy to see what they can do with this. They have the Aegis, they have the ball well and truly in their court. Let's see what they can make happen. But, you know, this Leshrac, he's still going to be a factor. He's got himself a decent amount of farm. Going in for the Shivas next, which again is just going to make him so annoying to deal with in these fights. He really is just trying to be an anti-PL machine. That's his ambition in this game.
But this Nine is also, he's a big menace Knight. At BKB, they're not going to be able to stun him up anymore. So whoever he blinks onto and RPs, I think is going to pretty much die. From all those right clicks. I mean, the Venge swap is the only thing that he has to consider at point in the game.
Yeah, that's the only threat, really. Feeling a little bit under pressure right now. The Leshrac becomes, you know, with Aegis and PL as well, you know, the Leshrac just becomes a non-factor, I feel, because his one job is to get on top of this PL and kill off his illusions and be annoying and control him up and reveal the real PL, but with the Aegis, he doesn't care, and he's going to drain your mana in his first life, so even if you do kill him off once, he's going to be back with all his illusions, and you're not going to have any mana, so Apple's getting more than happy just to throw his body into the Leshrac in the next fight, I feel.
They know no TV bottom.
In comes a Rupture. He's going to throw down the arena onto the Bloodseeker. He's being healed up by the Phoenix right behind him. Meanwhile, Athletic Kid's got in pretty deep here. The Esmos does catch him out, but, well, it's not really doing a whole lot. Looks like they're both going to, although, from the backline, Mind Control, he's just running into everybody right now. Is this really the right place? Supernova comes down. Drow's trying to get it, but no, GPK comes in. RP stops him killing off the end. Mind Control will still do it, but he's traded life for it. Meanwhile, it looks like Miracle's in some trouble as well. She gets killed off. Athletic Kid comes in from the side to bring down Wee. Wee is the target. Bulwark's not going to save you now, boys. He gets killed off. GH, he's got a ton of damage at least as Iron Man goes for a swap here, but it looks like the Venge is going to lose his life. Epileptic Kid with the double, wants to find a triple. GH a little bit too scary. Mind Control's back in. He's going for this right now. He sees 2 low heroes and he's getting a ton of damage. Joffy gets them both. Oh, wait, no. Athletic Kid is just dumping himself out, and the Rubik is still alive, but gets finished off by GH. Gives his life for this kill, but Epileptic Kid will be finding another hero, it looks like, as DM just glides along alongside him and gets the right click, the last one in, and that is going to be 4 heroes dead. Make it actually 5 heroes dead on the side of Nigma. That was a buyback from Mind Control. Crazy play from the Leshrac there, by the way, to TP back into that one after he buys back. He does get himself a kill, but yeah, that was costly.
Yeah, they get that Rubik and they get the Magnus there. I think if you didn't buy back and make that play, that would have been like 4-for-0 trade, essentially. Or, yeah, it would have actually been 4-for-0 trade. It would have been completely disastrous for Nigma. I still think it was disastrous because died, he's going to be dead for like 90 seconds. And he's still the hero who needs to be able to deal with the Phantom Lancer. We saw in the last engagement, the Leshrac just lost as soon as the PL went on top of the Lesh, and was not able to do anything or dish out any damage to be able to kill these illusions. On top of that, Epileptic Kid, he still has that Aegis for another minute. So I think they're gonna look to take another engagement in this bottom area of the map.
And then feeling a little bit surrounded right now. We've got a haste with the corruption. That's not a good combo. Meanwhile, they see Wii as well. I don't know why he didn't get himself away here. He could be in some real trouble. GPK comes flying on the side, but yeah, this is Wii was definitely dead. Caught out just on the edge of that blood right. And Wii's gonna be the extra little +1 here. Well, it's a pretty big +1 if you ask me.
Oh man, I hate to say it, Nomad. Nigma played this very surgical game, and then that Roshan fight just threw a huge wrench into their plan. And it's looking quite grim at this point. Once the Phantom Lancer is this powerful, and your Leshrac can't actually deal with him any longer,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
it ain't looking too hot for them.
Oh yeah, Epileptic Kid, he's in the driving seat right now, and he has both hands at a 10 and 2 on the wheel. Very good. Ape's gone. Still, there's going to be a slight relief for Nigma, but at the same time, this game is very much hard for them. Very, very difficult.
Dire's middle tower has
Drow
fallen.
maybe regretting the Midas boots of travel, you know, could have maybe taken that Roche a little bit quicker without it, but yeah, I don't think that's to blame for this game.
You say that. You say that.
Have you got different ideas?
I don't know. I think they need to just maybe control the high ground and try to make sure VirturPro.Prodigy can actually get to the low ground and contest that Roshan.
Dire's bottom tower
Or maybe
is
they
under
just got a
attack.
little bit too baited by that Phoenix getting stunned up. But giving up the Roshan there just completely turned this game around. And that's just the way that Nigma drafted as well. You need every single Aegis if you're Nigma in this game. And losing that first Aegis was just the most costly thing possible.
Meanwhile, mind control going with the Storm Put save, but he actually gets lifted up by Lil, so the combo is counted out. Meanwhile, Wii is actually losing his life on the backlines of this fight, but he's on the front. GPK actually pops the BKB. He does have the blink, try to drag mind control of RPs him back towards his team as the Supernova comes down, but Miracle's here, ready to punch it on down here. He tries to go for the skewer to interrupt it, but that doesn't really work. But Miracle is pushed out of position all the same, but a nice stomp comes down on the two of them. DM has to run himself away. GPK, unfortunately, doesn't have the speed, but Epileptic Kid, he's in. He's looking for the kills here. He finds himself one, but he's also dropping really low to the Leshrac. They never finished him off, does finally die. Meanwhile, Miracle, they're picking him out of the backlines. DM deals with Iron Man, and they'll look in towards Miracle as well, and he will lose his life. That's a full 5-man team wipe again here, VirturPro.Prodigy. That was an awkward fight. The egg dives right at the start, but it doesn't even matter. They are so strong at fighting at this point. The VirturPro.Prodigy are feeling great.
That was actually the best fight Nigma was going to get. They had the Elder Titan on top of the Phantom Lancer. They had the Leshrac going off with the Pulse Nova, and they just couldn't bring him down. This Bloodseeker has Vladimir, Guardian Grease, keeping the Phantom Lancer alive. The PL himself also has a cloak, so he's taking much less damage from the Leshrac. And I'm not sure if they're ever going to get a better fight than that. If they couldn't bring the PL down there, he's just going to get stronger. I think next item is going to go for like a Scotty or something. So he has a little bit more HP, maybe even a Satanic. And if he ever gets a Satanic, he's going to be unkillable.
Even more unkillable, yeah.
Even more unkillable.
No, he did get pretty low in that last fight. There was a point where I thought he might have overestimated himself, but no, Epileptic Kid is playing this game so damn well.
Very calculated. Understands his limits indeed.
Yep, playing some hokey-cokey team fights where he's in and out, in and out.
Ooh, interesting item from Bloodseeker. Going for a Glimmer Cape now. Okay. Much more team helping the Phantom Lancer maybe. I felt like a Pipe would have been extremely nice, because then these illusions are going to be very tanky too.
Nitriac with prize.
Yeah,
that
true. You'll usually see a pipe when you're playing into a Lash, but not this game.
Dives are scanning.
No pipes today. So, Nigma, I mean, feeling like it's backs against the wall for them right now. They're trying to hold their base whilst split pushing as best they can. Miracle down at bottom, just going to push this wave out. But meanwhile, their top tower is being absolutely melted.
Dire's top tower.
And that's the last. Oh no, it's not the last outer tower. Sorry, they've still got one in the bottom lane, but 2 tier 2s down for the side of Nigma now, as the net begins to tighten around them. Next Roche is what we're looking for here, and that's going to be respawned in 1 minute 50.
Exactly. In VirturPro.Prodigy, they know that they are in the driver's seat and just gonna keep on controlling top and mid. 2 lanes is enough for them. They don't really mind the bottom being pushed out. One of the supports would just go there, farm that up if need be. And wait for the
Blade out of the lead. Oh, they found him. He does manage to get off that BKB. Is it going to help him survive though? Not too sure. TP is going to be used here, and with the BKB, they don't want to drop the RP for it. That's fair enough.
That was a pretty nice way how he TP'd out. Just blocked them out. They couldn't chase him further with that basher.
Just getting into his own wall around the other side of it.
Yeah.
Very annoying.
So smoke back up to top. They feel like Nigma would try to get out of containment, running top.
Oh,
Miracle, he's the one getting
up without silence. The Abyssal Blade is there from over the kid, but he doesn't want to use it. He's actually going to go back and look for the Venge instead, get the easy kill, and Venge being down is a pretty big deal for Nigma. Oh, he actually comes down from the high ground here. GPK, he's going in deep and he fishes out the right target. Miracle dragged out of position. Can they finish the job? Supernova on the backline, right in front of Wee, but meanwhile, Nail Control and GH just getting run down. They're both lose their life. Supernova comes crashing down. VPP with the big PP plays as they take down all 5 of Nigma, and now they're up onto the high ground, pushing up the base. Roshan's spawning soon, but they don't care. They want to take some buildings, and there's only 1 buyback for Nigma right now, so the chance of defending this one is very low. It's going to be at least a lane of barracks, probably 2. Wow, I mean, maybe even game? What are they going to do here?
Now just against the we're getting the racks here, right? There's 5 heroes, no one has popped. So you just keep on going until someone does. And this Roshan is always frequent. And they have a courier in there too. They realize that it's not actually up quite yet. So they just keep on going. Probably just take 2 sides and then go back for the Roshan. The bottom tier 2 tower is still alive. Nigma are just gonna hang around in the game. Hopefully they can get some kind of a miracle fight pretty soon. That's what they're hoping for.
That's what they need. That's what they need. But it's going to be probably high ground for a while now for them. Leaving the base going to feel like a pretty scary prospect. I mean, GPK is playing a phenomenal Magnus here. Jumping in and finding Miracle there is just completely, I mean, that's that team fight gone. And they can't leave the crowd behind. Like, they have to turn that into a fight then. And you
exactly. Epileptic Kid and GPK, they just been on Team Miracle this entire game whenever a fight breaks out, man. Miracle cannot find a break whatsoever. He even had the spider legs in the engagement because he knows how important his positioning is going to be against these 2 guys.
Absolutely.
GPK is so patient, not jumping anybody else, only waiting for that Jaw Ranger to show up, popping the reverse polarity on her, trying to score her back into his team. Smoke up, this is it. This is the last hurrah right here.
They want to see if they can do something, but unfortunately the worst possible hero jumps up onto the high ground. Mind control, he's throwing his body into this one, but there's a synthetic out on the spear. Well, this comes up, so he can't get the heals on immediately. Heals out as well. This kid is losing most of his first life, but GPK is flying on through. Ironman's going to lose his life, and it looks like Electro's going down as well. No buyback on either. They're just trying to desperately fight into this one, but there is no fight to be had. GH looks like he's going to lose his life. They have killed off Epileptic Kid once, but unfortunately he'll need to do it again, and GH is going to die. 3 heroes out of the equation. Miracle and we just left that fight pretty much the moment it started. They realized there was nothing to be done there, but unfortunately it's just going to be 2 heroes trying to defend this high ground. Maybe the bench will be back in time, but I think this is going to be mega creeps for VPP right now.
It's so hard, especially with that Aegis hero going in first. You just can't help but
on to Wee, he's in some trouble. GPK comes in with the skill to drag it back out of position. That's another hero dead. Wee Heart eats the dirt. They've even left behind the faded brooch as they get onto the tier 3. Dead 45 seconds. Less than dead with 3 to defend. I was completely lying. There's only 2 to defend, but in reality, there is 0 people to defend this barracks. It is going down, and this is going to be Megas VirturPro.Prodigy, and they might not be done here. They might be looking for tier 4s as well. Realizing the lack of buybacks coming through right now, their opportunity might be right in front of them.
That's gonna be it. They're gonna wait 5 more seconds for the Elder Titan and the Leshrac to respawn.
Dire's middle tower.
Maybe they can do
Fight in. Ancient being besieged as well. Nigma, you need to do something here. I mean, there's heroes respawning, and you know what? VirturPro.Prodigy, that is going to take the safest route possible. They're going to back themselves out, leave them to suffer with the Megas.
There's a lot of respect.
Wait.
They have a smoke. Take back. Heal up
They're
GPK
chilling.
first. Wait for that report.
Healing up. Yep.
Polarity.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They're gonna go actually. Wee's the one who makes a jump here. Tries to jump onto Lil. In comes the anti-armor. Iron chases him down as well. Then it's gonna be a kill, but Lil's backlines is in trouble. Abyssal blade out onto the ground range. GPK coming to help him out as well. And the two cores will bring down the Drow. They caught the supernova from the side of Nigma at the very least. And GPK dropping down the RP onto the mark, trying to control him up, but he's stunned up from duration off, so can't really do a whole lot. GH now turning it around, but Ironman's already loses his life. But here comes the Epileptic Kid. Here comes the big guns. Here comes the damage. And VirturPro.Prodigy will be taking game number 1 in this best of 3 series as they take down Nigma for the first game. And that was a colossal performance. I mean, they did so well on that one. So, you know, it was an absolute demonstration from the side of VirturPro.Prodigy on how to play against a Drow.
That was that.